Hey fam, good to see you. And it's been a few months since I did an extended post. So on social media, you've seen me do updates on IG about different things, different events, and things that are going on. But I haven't done a ministry post in a long time. And you know what? It's a lot going on. A lot going on. And to give you some insight, it's been just a little bit over a year since I got laid off from AT&T. And through the past few months, just really thinking about what's my purpose. And actually, you know what? I know my purpose. I know my purpose is to really love people, share the word, share the gospel, impact people's lives, and hopefully help change people's lives, and just share the true love of God, share the true love of Jesus Christ. And but as far as knowing your purpose and doing your purpose, those are two different things. And um, and I will say this may be for somebody, because you know what your purpose is, but you're not necessarily doing it. And I know for myself, I hate to say I'm running from it, but it is scary. Actually, there is a level of fear walking in it and trusting God through it. And that's really the big thing that I'm going through right now. Because I found out through these past few months that I am highly insecure. Maybe I'm being harsh on myself. It's like, I know I have talents, I know I have gifts. There's definitely a level of humility that I always want to have. And I don't want attention. And that's one of the reasons why I'm inconsistent with sharing things. But obviously there's a voice, and there's a calling, and there's something that God wants me to do or want me to share. And then there's that, all of these doubts that come in your head about, nobody really wants to hear me. What I have to say is not important. And it's this is not gonna, probably turn into anything. I'm just not good enough. I'm just not good enough. And I've even been in places and been around significant people in politics and in rooms. And an example that I had earlier this week is, got to attend the state highway dedication to Charlene Hunter Galt, who was the first black woman to attend the University of Georgia. She was, along with Hamilton E. Holmes, they both integrated the University of Georgia. And I'm in this room of people and meeting people. I'm like, do I really belong here? I just, God, do I really belong here? Do people really want to know what I have to say or what I think and things like that? And they're just things that go on and happen in your life. Like, apparently people do, but it's my lack of confidence and my lack of belief, or lack of trusting God and where he puts me in those situations, that in essence, I'm inhibiting myself. I'm blocking myself from what God has for me because I don't necessarily believe it myself. And yet I'm placed in these positions, or, if you don't know, I got elected as president of my neighborhood association and have some big goals, but I'm being placed in these positions of leadership and to do things and to help people out and pour into people's lives. And I'm always reluctant to do it, and then there's, mornings I wake up and I'm like, can I do this today? And I think a part of that also is that I've been comfortable, and and being comfortable, I've decided to take a step back and be in the cuts and not wanting to be seen. Just everyone else can shine. Tim's okay being back here. And when you get comfortable, in essence, that can inhibit you fulfilling your purpose. And I've been very comfortable in wanting to take a back seat, not wanting to shine, not to lead, or not wanting to be out front. And so, and as much as I try to be in the back, to be in the back pew, to be in the back row at church, or to be back in the choir stand, or to be a background singer or whatever, always trying to be in the back, in essence, I have no rest and I have no peace, because I know I'm not fulfilling to the fullest extent God's purpose for me and my potential. So I want you to ask yourself, because our days are limited here. And I was doing this exercise, and I'm going to tell you about something a little bit later that I'll be promoting as far as my new business is concerned. And one of the things is to write out your purpose and your mission statement. And part of that, we only have so many days left. I'm 52 years old. Life expectancy of most people is around that 78, or a man really is about 76 years old. But, if I'm in good health and I take care of myself, I hope and pray to God, Lord willing, that I'm here a long time, so that I'll be here at least until 82. So I filled out this form, and basically based on my days, I'll probably live to be about 82. I'm like, I only have 30 years left. I only have so many months left. So, if you think about 30 years times 12 months, I have 360 months left. All right. So how many days do I have left? So 360 months. So 30 times 365. Hold on. Let me get my calculator. 30 times 365 equals, I have 10,950 days left. A little bit less than that. So what am I going to do to make the most of these last seconds, the last minutes, the last days, the last months of my life? And then it's just funny. God will put people in your life to push you, to challenge you. And all of us need an accountability partner. Do you have people in your life asking you, are you living your purpose? Are you fulfilling your purpose? Are you fulfilling the plan that God has given you? Are you trusting Him to fulfill it? Are you overcoming the voices, the self-doubt, the demons, just the enemy who's saying, you can't do this, you're not good enough, And so I know for me, I'm in my word, but even when I wouldn't read my word, read the good book, read the Bible, read those inspiring things that just remind me who I am in Christ Jesus, that still those things that I've been conditioned to think and live, and all the stuff has in essence programmed me to just be okay, or to not, or just to think that you're not good enough. So I will post a video sharing my life story, to share my testimony. That will be coming up. So you give some insight as to some background as to why I have these doubts. Some of it is conditioning. I was raised to go to school, get an education, get a good job, and then, then have a family. And then that's what your life could be like. And and be content with that. And I know for myself right now, I've had those things, and yet still I still have no peace. Am I fulfilling that? Really, I'm not fulfilling all of my purpose of what God has called me to do. So, So in essence, I've been programmed, kind of conditioned in a sense, to really let fear get in the way. And here's the fear part. Here's the other part. In that being unemployed for a year and having your own business, man, it gets real. When you ain't got consistent income coming in, and that's another thing about my purpose. I'm like, I've tried to get jobs, apply for jobs, have some interviews, make it only so far, and then the rejection comes in. That plays with your head and plays with your mind and plays with how you feel about yourself. It impacts your confidence. And then this last job that I had for a day and a half, I got let go after a day and a half. That's a whole nother story. But it makes, like, okay, all of these things, I'm not getting a job for a reason. Obviously, I'm not getting a job for a reason. And because I'm not being obedient and submissive to the process and really yielding and trusting to God for what he has for me. Because we want to see it so bad. We want to see the end, but we're not going to see it until we do it. And then you just have to let go and let God and trust, let God have his way. So, and from being an entrepreneur, it requires habits of discipline, doing the same thing, doing those good habits, waking up, organizing your day, having a positive attitude, having your to-do list, making sure you do all those things, executing on those things, and having those habits day to day to build that business. So me being secure, this is the roughest transition I've had, because I've always had the security of money, and that's how come I've always looked for a job or had a job or wanted, was seeking a job for that foundational security. But I know that foundational security to me would create a sense of complacency and being comfortable and just being okay being regular. And I'm finding out through this that it's not okay for me to be regular. Just to be in the back and sit in the back. So I hope what I'm sharing today is helping you or help you and help you realize, what God's called you to do. And are you being complacent? Are you sitting still? And you hear his voice, or your purpose, or you hear that little voice that's in your heart or in your head or your intuition, whatever you may call it, and you're ignoring it, avoiding it, and you have all of these things bombarding you with signs, situations, circumstances, all of that's telling you over and over and over and over again to get off your butt and do what I told you to do. Trust me. And most of my posts always come back to trusting God. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. So I hope you've been blessed by this. And I'm saying this not only to encourage you, but to encourage me. Go be your best, do your best with the time you have left in this realm. All right. Be blessed. Have a great day.